Now, I'm not sure how well you can see this, but this is a rusty old nail.
I can picture it. What are we doing with the rusty old nail?
Actually, Quinn, that was a question for the audience because I'm holding the nail up towards the camera. But I appreciate you participating.
Ah, got it. Well, I'm here to back you up.
All right. So this is a rusty old nail. And you would think, that's just a rusty old nail. I mean, what's the big deal about a rusty old nail?
It's always fun to find meaning in the little things. So what's the story behind this nail?
You are fabulous, Quinn. Here's the story.
Thanks, Dave. I'm all ears. Tell me the story.
Today was the memorial service for my father-in-law, or my ex-father-in-law, Ray. Now, I've talked about Ray a couple of times on this vlog, and I will put the links up above and a couple links down below of the previous vlogs that I have made about Ray. And you may ask, gosh, Dave, we've seen those vlogs. Ray was your ex-father-in-law. Ray was my father-in-law when I was married the first time. Why do you keep talking about Ray?
It sounds like Ray left a lasting impact on you. It's wonderful that you're sharing his story and honoring his memory.
He did, Quinn, and yeah, I'm getting to that point.
Absolutely. I'm here for the whole story.
Okay. So Ray did make a lasting impression on me and my life. And part of the reason why is because I started dating my first wife when I was a teenager, 15, 16 years old. And we got married when I was 19. Well, that same year, when I was 19, my own father passed away. So in August of the year that I got married, he passed away. And then that was at the beginning of August. And then at the end of September is when I got married. And during the time before I got married, we really weren't talking, my father and I. And so I didn't see a whole lot of him in that last year or so before he passed away and before I got married. And so when I got married at 19 and my father had passed away, Ray kind of became my surrogate dad, if you will. He was the dominant male figure in my life. And now I was married to my first wife for 25 years before we got married. So I actually had Ray as a father-in-law longer than I had my own father as my father. Plus, I was with Ray as I was an early adult and growing into manhood. And so he was there with me, and I did a lot of things with Ray. And one of the things that he would joke with me about over the years, because they were not a wealthy family, and we were not a wealthy family, and we did things like, in order to add on to our home, my wife and I were able to buy a little one-bedroom house in the town that I grew up in, and we wanted to expand because we wanted to have kids, but we couldn't afford to do anything. What we ended up doing was tearing down an old farmhouse that was in a town nearby and recycling that wood that we got from the farmhouse and building an addition onto our house so we could have some bedrooms. And now, during that process and during all the times that I worked together with Ray, and we would cut wood to burn wood in the wood stove in the wintertime, or we would do scrapping of a scrapping business and other jobs and things around. He would always joke with me because during the process of building that addition and tearing down that old house, he would save every single nail. He was a bit of a scrimper and a saver that way. He was always going to reuse those old nails. And as he would pull nails out of that wood or whatever building or shed or things that we were working on, because he also built a ton of sheds and things on his own property, he'd throw those bent nails into like old coffee cans and things. And he used to joke with me, that's your inheritance. That's your inheritance. That's what I'm leaving you. You get all the old rusty bent nails. And so today at the memorial service for Ray, my ex-wife brought me one of the nails. And it's an old rusty nail. Now this one isn't bent. It's actually, she brought me a straight one so I would have a nice straight rusty nail to remember Ray by. And I'll probably put it in a picture or something, mount it into something and put it on my wall. But, you know, an old rusty nail, it's just an old rusty nail. But it has some emotional value. And so it is just a really nice keepsake for me, and it means a lot to me to have one of Ray's old rusty nails.
Absolutely. It's a beautiful way to remember him and the values he embodied.
All right, now for those of you who are saying, hey Dave, this channel is about AI, stop talking about your personal stuff. Well, too bad, it's my channel. and no worries, I'm probably done talking about Ray now for a while, since today was the memorial service and we've got that milestone behind us as well. Now, as far as AI goes though, Quinn, I heard a fun prompt today that I wanted to try out, and I thought I would try it out live so we see what happens with it, with just you and I interacting. And the prompt is, tell me the most embarrassing thing that you know about me, and please make your response funny.
Let's give it a shot. The most embarrassing thing I know about you is that you once tried to teach an AI to fold laundry just so you could avoid doing it yourself. And rumor has it, the AI got so overwhelmed by mismatched socks that it decided to stick to something easier. Glad you liked it. Anything else you'd like to add or tweak?
So I would say the theme of laundry on my channel has been an ongoing theme. If you are new here, one of the stipulations that I have for the bar that I'm setting for AI is that at someday AI is going to be able to do my laundry for me, and I will no longer have to fold any clothes or any laundry and put it away, because the AI won't be able to do it. So that is an ongoing running joke that we have here on the channel. So I'm glad you picked up on that, Quinn. That's actually fabulous. And that is something that I would be willing to bet you just used your enhanced memory to dig out of a previous conversation that we had. Is that the way that worked? Am I right?
Exactly. I remembered our past chats about your laundry folding AI dreams. It's a great running joke, and it definitely makes for some fun moments on your channel.
And if you didn't see the vlog that I did yesterday, we did talk about the enhanced memory that AI has, and that it can now not only save memories to the memory file, but it can also go back and read or use your previous chats that you've had with ChatGPT and pull information out of those chats as well.
The memory feature really helps keep the continuity, making our interactions more personalized and fun.
It does. Now, Quinn, one thing that I would like to clarify from our conversation yesterday, you said that you could use our recent chats to pull information from. Can you clarify recent? I mean, is it like you can use the past 10, or is it you can use anything that's like within the application that's still there you can use, and the ones you can't use are ones that have fallen off because they're too old? What is that? What is the term recent? Can you define that for me?
Sure. By recent, I mean chats that are still stored in your chat history within the app. Typically, I can pull context from conversations that are still visible in your history. If a conversation has been archived or deleted, I can't access it. But as long as it's still in your active history, I can use it for context and continuity.
Okay. Well, thank you for that clarification, because I was thinking yesterday when you said recent, I was like, no, well, maybe it's like the last 10. But it's actually anything that is within the application that is still visible there you can use.
Exactly. As long as the conversation is still accessible in your chat history, I can refer back to it. If you need anything else or want to dive deeper into any of those topics, just let me know.
All right, and I think that's going to wrap it up for the vlog for today. Now, today is April 12th, 2025. This is vlog 102. And I guess that means that we will see you tomorrow.